Boom! It's predictions time, and we are on the Fast Lane to Fast Lane. Do you see what I did there? I'm so afraid of the real world. Okay, so this is a B-level pay-per-view before one of the big 4 pay-per-views of WWE's calendar year, which means one of 2 things. Either we're in for an exciting time where swerves change the very road to WrestleMania as we know it, or we're in for a bunch of false finishes, messy DQs, and basically unsatisfying conclusions to matches in order to keep all these feuds plates spinning over till WrestleMania. It's probably going to be the latter, but let's live in hope. It's got Sting on it. How bad could it be? So I'm going to give you my predictions for all of these matches. We'll see how right I am. If I get less than 50% right, I will do a challenge, which you can assign me in the comments below. Okay. So we're going to start on the kickoff show with Miz TV interviewing Paul Heyman. Now this technically isn't a match, but my prediction is that the winner will be Paul Heyman. Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan and Ryback versus Seth Rollins, Big Show and Kane. This match was thrown together on last week's Raw because none of these guys had anything to do and it was glaringly fucking obvious. So who's going to win? Well, actually that probably might be interesting because I think this match will mark the return of Randy Orton. I think J&J Security will come down, they'll be doing their cheating ways, it'll look like the bad guys are going to take it, but then Randy Orton will appear and RKO everyone to fuckery. Then Ziggler will pin Rollins and that will immediately put Randy Orton on a hot streak and set up the feud between him and Seth Rollins for WrestleMania, which would be amazing. So yes, I'm giving the prediction to Team Rogelback. Copyrighted. Goldust versus Stardust, the battle of the painted ninnies. Now I'm not sure about this one, as I mentioned in a previous review, I think they've got this feud ass backwards, but basically Cody Rhodes needs this. Stardust needs this win. Goldust must surely be setting up his retirement by now. He can't go on forever. He's had an amazing comeback, but there's only so much gas left in the tank, so all he's going to be doing is focusing on putting his brother over. Whether that's now or whether that's at WrestleMania is the question, because honestly, it's a brother versus brother feud, and that sort of thing should be happening on the grandest stage of them all. So I'm going to probably say that Cody will get himself disqualified by going nutso when Goldust calls him Cody. Okay, he'll beat on him in the corner until the referee pulls him off, probably hit him a couple of times with chairs, look really weird doing it, and that'll set up some sort of maybe no disqualification or maybe a cage match or some sort of stipulation at WrestleMania. The Intercontinental Championship between Dean Ambrose and Bad News Barrett. Again, this feels like one of those feuds that's better served at WrestleMania because both these guys are great workers and they've got nothing going on in the next month, so why not spin this out till WrestleMania? Which probably means, especially because Bad News Barrett has been booked to fucking shit since he got the championship, as he always is, it's probably going to be the case where Bad News Barrett gets a sneaky victory. Someone might distract Dean Ambrose, maybe Seth Rollins will come out, something will happen, maybe Barrett will sneak a low blow. Either way, I think Dean Ambrose will come up short on this occasion, thereby setting up something for WrestleMania and for him to be crowned the new Intercontinental Champion and burdened with all the losses that that championship means nowadays. Don't do it, Dean. You're worth better than this. So yes, my prediction is Bad News Barrett, God save our gracious Queen. The Tag Team Championships. Now this feud has been built weirdly. It's basically a husbands and wives thing. So that's probably what's going to come down to the finish. I reckon Natalya will have something to do with it. Possibly a heel turn from her when she ends up sticking it. Because there's only so abused she can be by her husband. Plus she's got that kind of pink streak in her hair. You know, she's going sassy. Click, 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 click. So yes, I reckon Natalya will turn on the Usos, cement a heel turn, maybe lock in a sharpshooter to Naomi on the outside or something. But yes, I predict new champions by the end of this match. Now the good thing about these guys is that the Usos perform very well on the big stage, and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd are superb athletes. So these guys, given enough time, could probably put on the match of the night just in terms of workmanship. And I think this will probably take them into WrestleMania for some sort of multi-tag team kind of hullapalooza. Just throw all the tag teams in, you might as well. The Divas Championship, Paige versus Nikki Bella. Now, the Bellas, for good or for ill, and definitely for ill, seem to be the face of the women's division at the moment. So probably if they're going to be unseated, it's going to be a WrestleMania type job. My prediction is that Nikki will pin Paige, but it'll be because of Brie. Brie will distract Paige or clonk her with the belt or something like that. She'll cost her the match, and basically what will happen is the Bellas will be put in a triple threat with Paige for the Divas Championship. That's what I think. I think it's going to be a triple threat, and then the Bellas will turn on each other at WrestleMania again, igniting that feud all over again, at which point Paige will jump in and win the Divas Championship. Probably. Either way, Nikki Bella takes this one. Okay, we're into the main event scene. John Cena versus Rusev. It would be as mad as a Hitler calendar to have Rusev drop his title on Fast Lane. It's a B-level pay-per-view. I get that, the feud's hot. John Cena's looking much more aggressive than he normally does, but it's a streak. It's a huge streak, and it's a championship. Why the hell wouldn't you save that for WrestleMania? So basically there's going to be some sort of shenanigans happening here. Maybe there'll be a double countout, or maybe John Cena will win by disqualification, which is probably more likely the case. But either way, Rusev might lose via DQ, but he's definitely keeping his championship, and these guys will battle again at WrestleMania. The Triple H versus Sting confrontation. Now this one's weird because basically Sting, you don't really want him to be around at all before WrestleMania. You want him to turn up, wrestle a match, win, go into the Hall of Fame. That's pretty much what you want from him. In fact, the less you see of him, the better. And they've been doing that bloody brilliantly in the lead up to this feud. His weird, spooky magics, etc. So, well, the two enduring images from this feud will have to be the baseball bat versus the sledgehammer. Now, is that going to happen at Fastlane? I think it possibly could. Here's what I imagine playing out. Triple H is in the ring with all of the authority. He calls Sting out. I've got everyone here. Sting, come and get it if you think you're hard enough. The lights will go down. The lights will come up. Sting's in the middle of them all with a baseball bat. He clears the ring. However, Triple H slips to the outside. Then, while he's knocking down the Big Show or Kane, Triple H will sneak up behind Sting with a sledgehammer, clonk him on the head. Sting goes down. However, then the lights go out. The lights come back on, and Sting is nowhere to be found. So, technically Sting was left lying. Triple H gets a shot in, because so far the feud's been very one-sided so far, but also Sting manages to maintain his sort of I'm magic gimmick. Maybe. Or maybe Sting will just clean house with a baseball bat, point to the WrestleMania sign with the baseball bat, and then he'll disappear. But, I don't know, there's only so silly you can make Triple H look before it starts to get a bit one-sided. Plus, we've got Triple H's ego to think of. The main event, Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, and my heart wants what it wants. It wants Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania main event. It wants that, but I don't think they should do it, and also I don't think they will do it. Basically, if the WWE kowtow and put Daniel Bryan in the main event again, they just look impossibly weak. Now, don't get me wrong, that's what they should have done the first time, but there's no substitute for getting it right the first time, and this is not what they should do. Because it seems weak. It seems like a repetition of last year. It seems like, honestly, there's a crisis happening at the top of WWE. Stick with Roman Reigns. As much as it pains me to say it, and as much as I didn't actually think I would be saying it, they've done an amazing job with stemming the fire. Roman Reigns is adding to his moveset. He's looking better and better. This feud with Daniel Bryan is done in the fucking world of good. It legitimizes his claim for the title like nobody's business. Yes, he's not there yet. Yes, it should have been Daniel Bryan. But to be honest, for the sanctity of the Royal Rumble win, to avoid tarnishing that and to, give the WWE creative some power back, stick with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns pins Bryan after an amazing match. I'm hoping Daniel Bryan goes on to face Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania. Okay, so those are my predictions. Like I said, if I get more than 50% wrong, I will do a forfeit of some design. Also, here's a drinking game for you to enjoy while you're watching Fastlane. Now, I did that with the Royal Rumble, but this time the rules are much simpler. Simply take a drink every time you hear the word WrestleMania, and I'll see you in hospital. I'll be the one choke slamming the doctors. Okay, thanks for listening to my predictions. Let's see how they pan out. I'll be doing a review show, of course, on Monday or Tuesday. Tune in for that one. I've been the posh guy who likes wrestling. Enjoy Fastlane. Cheerio.